Okay, Scott. So you are now live. Have a
Okay,
great
great.
class.
Thanks, Harry.
Thank you.
Hey, Scott.
Hi, Lester. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks.
Good. You're all set up as co-host.
Okay. I'll be in the background now.
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Scott.
That verdict will be read out in court moments from now, sometime between 4:30 and 5 o'clock Eastern time. The charges up for debate by this jury include second-degree unintentional murder, which carries a maximum sentence of 40 years, third-degree murder, the maximum sentence of 25 years, and second-degree manslaughter, the maximum sentence of 10 years.
Okay.
The entire country is on edge, bracing for the potential of unrest, depending on the result. President Biden finally weighing in earlier today, calling the evidence in the case overwhelming.
All right. I am, for the time being, well, I guess we're good. Okay. So welcome, everybody. I'll give it another minute or two for people to stream in.
Can I ask, when does it cut off where you can't get in the group? I was 1 minute late for my last class and it wouldn't let me in.
Really? That's interesting.
And then another time I wasn't, but I looked at my clock and compared it and I was a little off on my time. So, but still I couldn't get into the group.
That's interesting because I didn't think that ever. I thought you could get in at any time. I don't know
So
why
did
that
I.
happened.
But I've always had a problem from because I'm on an iPad.
Okay.
I have a problem getting anywhere. I have to go to certain things. But I was really upset when I couldn't get in.
Yeah.
I waited,
waited. Hopefully it's a class that they'll offer again.
They did. I signed up for next week.
Okay. Now that's good. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and. All right. Harold's here too. Hello.
How are you today? How's everyone?
Good. Good to see you. Is there anybody who is taking a Get Set Up class for the first time today?
No.
No, everybody's a veteran. Okay. Well, great. Okay, I'll give it about 30 more seconds and then we'll get started. Okay. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. It's good to see some familiar faces and happy to talk to you a little bit today about some fun ideas for Mother's Day gifts. This is a new class, so I'm excited to to lead it today. I'll get us started. If you do expect any background noise at your location, I would ask that you keep yourself on mute, but don't consider yourself muted permanently. If you do have a question of any kind, just feel free to ask. I hope we can have some fun and generate some good ideas for you today.
Hello, this is Dorothy. This is my first time.
Oh, hi, Dorothy. Okay, great. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get us started with a few slides, and then we'll actually go into some of these websites to play around a little bit. So a little bit about me for anybody who's new to any of my classes. I live in Silver Spring, Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. And in addition to serving as a Get Set Up guide, I'm a writer and editor and photographer, and I dabble a little bit in graphic design, mostly for play. I've designed my own t-shirts and sweatshirts and face masks and photo prints, things like that. So I've gotten a little familiar with some of these sites. But I'm amazed at all the things that you can create now online in order to have delivered to you or to anybody you're giving a gift to. I really love being here on Get Set Up and seeing some familiar faces and doing some interactive learning. And I love the community building mission that we're working on. And just a little bit more about Get Set Up. We're here to help you learn useful skills, whether that involves technology or art or nutrition, anything like that. We learn from each other. It's great if we can see each other on camera. It really develops a nice community spirit. So if you're comfortable with that, that would be great to turn on your video. If you would like to request a recording of the class, you can email us at help@getsetup.io after the class closes today, and we'll be glad to send that to you. And if you are joining us by live stream, welcome. We're happy to have you here watching us. It'd be great in the future if you could register for a class, because then you can participate with the other learners, ask the guide questions right away, things of that nature. And lastly, Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific product. So anything I mentioned today is not meant to be an advertisement. I just selected a few sites that might be of use to you. So I have the chat box open, and my colleague Lester is here in case you have any questions at all that with the technology with Zoom or anything like that. Drop those in the chat, and I also will be monitoring the chat as well as we talk. So what we'll walk through today is looking at a few online services that help you create your own gifts. I'm going to talk about photography, but there are some other options there as well, like just doing something with text. And you can start crafting your own photo gifts on the platforms, and I'll do a couple of examples of that. And then we'll walk through also how to order those to be delivered, either to you or to mom or grandma or whoever. So if there's anything else you were hoping to learn about today, go ahead and drop that in the chat, and I'll touch on that when we break for questions. So what can you create on some of the sites I'm going to show you? You can do all kinds of things with photographs or even just digital images of any kind. You can create photo blocks that can sit on a tabletop. You can create mugs and tumblers, pendants and keychains, all kinds of clothing. You can create t-shirts and sweatshirts and caps and things like that, ball caps, playing cards, pillows, quilts and blankets, and tote bags, of course, photo books. And I teach a class that covers photo books completely, so you might want to keep an eye out for that one. You can make face masks, which are popular right now. I don't know how much longer we're going to be needing to wear face masks, but you can create face masks. I actually gave them as gifts, as I created some Star Wars face masks for my little nephew at Christmas time, and he was excited as all get out to wear those to school. You can create jigsaw puzzles and even holiday ornaments. And there are probably other products you can create that I haven't even thought of. So these are just a few of the sites that sort of specialize in photo prints and also creating photo GIFs. Shutterfly and Snapfish, you may be familiar with. They have been around for a long time. Those are places we send digital prints or digital photographs to get prints made out of and sent back to us. Zazzle is a site where you can not only create things for yourself like t-shirts, mugs, things like that, but also sell them if you want. Printer Picks and Nation's Photo Lab are two other places that may not be household names, but they are also places that allow you to create different types of gifts using photos. And of course, you have all the big box stores and familiar names: Walmart, Walgreens, Target, Costco, CVS, Sam's Club. I would imagine Rite Aid does this as well. So chances are, if it's any kind of big discount store or department store like any of these, they probably provide that as a service. So let me go in to one of these sites. I'm going to start out with Shutterfly. And I already loaded up a few photos on here. It's very easy to just upload photos into the Shutterfly site. I went ahead and opened up an account a long time ago and forgot about it when I started to do some research for this class. I discovered that I had photos dating back more than a decade. So I obviously was using this at one time quite a bit. But I'm going to go and look at all the different things that I can create. They have, they're obviously taking advantage, or not taking advantage, but just getting the word out to us that it's Mother's Day and we can create some special Mother's Day gifts. So let's go in here and see all of the things that we might want to do. We can create a photo tile. They've got pillows, blankets, photo books, puzzles, all kinds of things. So let's see, what might we want to do? We could create, you can even do phone cases if you want. But let's do something simple like a photo mug. And we can create we can just personalize this when we open it up. So here is a mug, hit personalize. And if you've loaded up any photos, you can just go into here and you can either import photos directly from your computer, or if you have photos stored on Google Photos or Instagram or Facebook, you can do that. There also is an art library here that allows you to just create something with just text in it or with a few images. So let's say that you want to, let's say mom is they don't have anything that's devoted specifically to Mother's Day, but let's say that mom is an animal lover and maybe she likes cats. So we click on that and we create a cat mug. And maybe I'll add another one here with some kittens, add that in. And from here, I can drop one in here and one in here. And now I can preview what my mug is going to look like. And I can, this is kind of cool. I'm just putting my pointer on here and just moving it around, and I can see the entire thing in kind of 3D format. And that is just using what they're presenting. If I wanted to try something else, I could personalize this and put a family photo of some sort in here. So I'm going to take, whoops. I'm going to take these out. If I can. I hope I don't have to start a whole new project. But maybe I do. Let me see if I reset this. Okay, remove. There we go. I just hit the X. And I go up here and fumbling around a little bit here. All right. Well, I can't get rid of this. So let's say we just go back and start a whole new project. I'm going to say don't save, and I'll start back up. Start with a coffee mug again. And this time I'll click on it. It's loading it up. And it already automated a couple of photos in there, but maybe I want to replace them with a different one. There we go. So these are family photos, personalized from my photo collection. I can preview it again and see something like this. And from there, all I need to do is add it to a cart. Okay. Okay. So from there, I'd have to put in my password, and which I don't remember. But once I do that, it's the standard e-commerce platform that you use. They'll ask you for your mailing address and the mailing address you want to use, and also the billing address. So you can also go in here and look at some other options here. Maybe you want to make a pillow. And they have various options here. I'm going to go back to gifts and see if they've just got pillows here. Gifts for mom. All right. So let's pick this. And we'll go ahead and personalize it. Okay. Add photos, go in and choose your photos. And let's say we're going to drop something in from, well, no, I'm not going to connect to my. Okay, I'll just do it from my Shutterfly account. Here are some photos I've got loaded up. So let's say we're going to pick this and add that in. And I can drag that up here. And I can pick another one, add that up here, and pick one more. Why don't we grab that one and add that? And I can edit this text if I want. So maybe I want this to say grandma instead. And I can even play around with the font if I want. If I wanted to change that to grandma or leave it like that. And again, I just now get a chance to preview it. That's what it's going to look like. And that's just a pillow. And then I can order it from there. And if I want, you'll see here, it allows me to change the color palette a little bit here. I think, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. But I also can, if I want, I can have this on the front and the back. So I can add an image on the back of the pillow as well. So. Okay. And as you can see here, if you go back to their homepage where they have gifts for mom, they're really pushing this right now. So you can also create a photo book, a collage, a wine glass, and as I said, a phone case, and it will apply to just about everything. A blanket, a towel, and so forth. So that's just one site. That is Shutterfly. So if you have an account with Shutterfly, you're good to go. You may have some photos stored up there. Snapfish is a lot like Shutterfly, and it will do the same thing. Both of those apps have, or both of those sites also have their own mobile apps. So you could do this right from your smartphone if you wanted. If you've got photos that are sitting on your smartphone, you could just do it from there and go through this whole process that way. Okay. And the other site I had listed, let me remember what it is. Okay, printer picks. So we can go to printer picks. And they have a coupon right now, it looks like, but let's just call that up. And they also have Mother's Day options here. Again, they have the same thing. They've got blankets, they've got canvases. If you wanted to make one for a daughter, you could go in here and create a latte mug even. Most of these, they're not bad prices either. Magic mugs, metal prints, things like that. So what would somebody like me to try making here? Somebody can shout out an option. Anybody?
A pillow.
A pillow? Okay. Here they're calling it a cushion cover, so I guess it would go over a pillow, but let's create. Oh, here we go. A throw pillow. There we go. All right. So here's a complete throw pillow. And I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go in here, and this is going to be a little bit of a collage. Now, when you open this up, maybe you don't have enough photos to fill all of this. No worries, you can change the layout if you want. Maybe you just want to go with something like this, or maybe even something a little tighter like that. and it might give you the option of changing the background of the pillow. Pick your favorite color or what your recipient's favorite color will be. And from there, you can go into whatever photos that you're going to load up. You can either upload them right now from your computer, or you can just say, drop in, well, let's see, drop in here, and this could be the children. Do something like that and leave it there. And they give you a preview. There you go again. I don't know if they allow you to do a, now they give you what it would look like on a sofa or something like that. So that's what it would look like. And from there, you just add it to your cart. There's also an option to edit it a little bit. They have different themes here as well, which they're not showing, but the other thing you can add to something like this is some clip art. So maybe you want to add a little bit of, who knows what you got here. You got sports here, you got vacation, but you could add a little flower in the middle. You've got all kinds of options here. So maybe we want to take a blue flower, add that in there, and you can resize that a little bit if you want, and just put that in the middle of your pillow. And there you go. You got a Mom's Day gift. From this, at this point, all you need to do is add to your cart and walk through the whole ordering process, which is pretty straightforward, and you're good. And as you can see here, you've got a bunch of different layouts. I don't know if they let you do anything completely from scratch, but you've got different sizes you can choose from. So you can go with a bigger pillow. And put them in shapes like this. Yeah, so. All right. So let's look at what else you can do. You can, I'm going to go back to the home page since they've got all these Mother's Day gifts.
I'm wondering about a blanket for my granddaughter.
Blanket. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try that.
I see.
Okay, you got, wow, you got all kinds of different options here. Let's say we're going to go with a customized photo blanket here. And throw blanket seems to be one of the most popular here. So it's about 45 bucks. And let's create. So we'll go with the throw blanket. And from there, we can start making either a, let's just say we want to make a family look here for a blanket. And let's see if we can do something with the background. That's just a plain color, but you've also got these different patterns here too. So maybe we put something like nature. You go into categories and it even provides you with different categories here. So you create that, and I don't know what they mean by the borders, because when I try to work with this, it doesn't really work, but we'll go up and we'll start adding in some family photos. So let's start with the whole family. And then maybe go down here and here. And here. And then down here, we can add text. So maybe we just add family is everything. And I could transform that. I don't know if that means we can choose the font. Yes, that's what we can do. So I can go in here and come up with some other font. Maybe something like that, or something a little more scripted. And I can even change, I should be able to change the size. Maybe like that, and the color. Yep, I can change the color, although I think dark is going to work the best here. And there is my blanket. I'm wondering if I can put an outline around this, or I guess I can. Yeah. Okay. That makes it stand out a little bit more. All right. There we've got a blanket. And that's what it's going to look like.
Can you do rainbows if they don't offer it? You have to find a picture that's a rainbow or something?
Well, they might offer it. Let's go back.
Okay, I can look my own.
Yeah, it might be in there.
Okay,
And,
I'll look.
but here you go. There is what it's going to look like on a bed. Or if you just toss it on a couch. Or just hold it up. And you got a blanket.
Looks nice. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can go back, and let's go to edit. I'm just going to see if it is possible to change that background. I don't see rainbow in here, but let's see what happens if we click on romantic. That looks more like something you do for Valentine's Day. But maybe stripes will have it. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like they're not offering much in the way of rainbows here. That would be a good idea for them to do. I don't know why they don't have it, but well, they say nature. Yeah, that would just put a little white pattern on it. So I don't know if there is a way to frame these in any way. It looks like there might be. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Well, it looks like they might create a little frame around it. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, that is a blanket. Other product ideas here. Anybody have anything specific they were thinking about for making? Let's see what a puzzle looks like, in case anybody okay. 63 pieces. Let's go with 11 by 8 and 126. So we'll go with a full-size photo, and we can drop in any family photo we want. So maybe we'll drop this in here, and from here we can do a that's what that would look like. So that might be kind of fun.
Does it have the size of the pieces? I didn't see the size of the pieces.
It didn't really mention what sizes are.
Oh, for my mom, it would
yeah.
be bigger size. They need bigger size, so I'd look for
Yeah.
that.
Let me click on that again and just see what happens. Okay. Let me drop this one in. So if I click on preview, I don't know if it allows you to, I think they just have a set number of pieces for each one. So that's going to determine the size. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a thing said 300 over here when it had the size of the puzzle. I thought maybe that was it.
Yeah. I think it's when you start out with the puzzle. Yeah, here you go. You've got a 5x7. A lot of it depends on the actual size of the picture you're going to use. Yeah. All right. There was one other. Canvas prints are really nice. I'm actually getting ready to launch a class that'll come up on Thursday for the first time on creating wall art for your home or office space. So you can create canvas prints, or you can even get photos printed on metal or wood or things like that to give them a nice kind of rustic look. So if you're interested in that, that class is coming up. And I'm just looking here at anything else they might have. You can even create cards right here. And also tiles. These tiles are kind of nice. I've been interested in getting some of these.
I think a foreign student was admitted in an art or something. She went and
Again, if you are having some background noise, if you can put yourself on mute, that would be, yeah, thanks.
She's already gone and she didn't even visit. Went to
Scott, what are those tiles made out of? Does it say?
I think just some kind of ceramic material. Let me look and see if it gives you.
Because I was wondering if they were heavy.
So it says they're extremely lightweight and it makes it easy for display on the wall, and they have sticky adhesive pads so they won't leave a mark. And so you don't have to worry about their HD printing, which means they have a pretty nice printing quality. And
It takes and says that they're foam tiles.
yeah, foam tiles. So
oh, that's good.
So it's not ceramic, it's just kind of a foam. But yeah, so you could put together a display like this. Just
No, because my sheetrock would take it and crumble like the Flintstones, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
and I think
So here we go. If you do an auto place.
it's Priya is
Just-
oiled up. She must have been through, but she didn't stay there, I think.
Okay. Okay. Just choose whatever photo you want. And I don't know what happens here now. If it just, I guess it's just, that's one single tile. So I guess you have to create a series of these. Yeah. Okay.
Scott, can you use your own photos?
Yeah.
Yeah. All you need to do is upload the photos you want to use. So if I create let's say I'm going to create a blanket again. And I'm just going to do a small blanket like this. What I want to do then is when it says, let's create, I'm making a baby blanket, I'll go in here and I'll open this up with a full-size photo. And I know that was confusing because these were all photos I had already uploaded. But if I want to bring my own photo in, I just go in here to upload, and it will allow me to either say, well, here, I've got a photo here. I'll just drag this in. This is not a good quality photo. I took it many, many years ago on an iPhone, but I add that in. Yeah, and it's telling me the resolution is too low. So, but anyway, that was my own photo, and I just dragged and dropped it right in there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yep, I know. Yeah, if you do have too low of a resolution on your photo, I think I took this was like with like an iPhone 4 or something like that. So it was many years ago. And it'll let you know that that's not going to work. Okay. And yeah, you've got just all kinds of options here. So here are the face masks, if you want to try those. And you can put a photo on one of those, I believe, if you wanted to do that. They're a little harder to do photos with, but I'm sorry, Josie, can you mute yourself just because there's some background noise there? That'd be great. Thanks. So yeah, you could put a face mask on like that. And you can move it around within here and create a family face mask. Okay. So plenty of ideas there. Is there anything, any questions I can answer?
Can I see the finished product for the face mask?
Sure.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. And you get to see a couple of different. So that's what it's going to look like on somebody's face.
Oh, I don't know if it's nice or not. I don't know if you want everybody seeing your children. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's cool though.
yeah.
I like
it. Is good.
Dorothy, you have to admit it's a conversation piece.
Yeah. I don't know if my children would want to see it. They probably say, "Why'd you do that, Mom?" So.
Yeah. Yeah. But the other thing you can do with something like that is instead of using a family photo, you could come up with any kind of photo here. Let's say I've got a photo that I've loaded up. Just trying to see if I have anything else I've loaded up here.
a picture of Christ, but you go to church with.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or I could go in here to, I've got a bunch of photos in here. So maybe I'm just going to take this and drop it in. And I create a mask that looks like that.
I think I'd start sneezing.
Yeah, yeah. Make you think of your allergies, but you know, there are other places too that if you don't want to use your own photos or you don't like your own photos, and I've done this actually when we first had to start wearing face masks back last spring, right? I thought it'd be fun to create some face masks, and I did it on one of these sites that would be noses and mouths of animals. So I did like a dog's nose and a cat's nose. And a friend of mine actually asked me to make one for her. So, and she bought cat ears and the whole bit, and she walks around looking like Catwoman. But I got those photos. We don't have a cat here, so I got that photo from a place called Pixabay, Pixabay, and it was just a close-up of a cat, and I just loaded it up on here and edited it so that it was just the mouth and nose and mouth visible and whiskers, and I made a face mask for her looking just like that. So
Okay. Nice.
yeah. So you could download a picture of a lion and let somebody walk around looking like a lion. Okay. Anyway, just to remind you, and I will put all of these in the class notes that I send out with links to all those sites. But these are all the sites that you can try out. And they all pretty much work the same. And of course, these as well. And just the key takeaways again, you've got a variety of online sites that you can go to create these. It's easy to upload those photos and create your gifts, and these are personalized and they're relatively inexpensive and incredibly meaningful to people. So any thoughts or questions or other ideas that you have on what you might try to create?
Maybe you could wear a mask that says, "I love you. That's why I wear my mask."
That would be a good idea. Yeah.
Because I want people to wear masks. They don't sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. What about you, Carol Sue? You've been quiet.
Yeah, only for a second because I was trying to behave myself. And what I did want to take in and tell you, but this is in a good sense. I hate to break the news to you. You know, I have to take and write things for that stupid taking crap that I'm taking that board I'm on. But the thing is, I had the pencil in my hand and you haunted me, but in a good way.
Okay.
About typewriting, because the thing is, you know, I don't speak the King's English, you know, with a lot of taking slang. And the thing is, I have different terms for everything. And everybody looks at me like I have 16 heads. So the thing is this. So here I am writing this thing up. And with my Dixon Ticonderoga. And what ended up taking and happening is, oh my God, the verb to be. So the thing is just to let you know, you haunt me in a good way when I'm writing.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah. Carol Sue's taking a writing class that I teach. So yeah.
I always have fun and I always learn taking something in your taking basically class, no matter how many times I take it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. Thank you. Okay. Well, just to let you know that if you create a gift that you're really happy with, people have done this before with photo books and other things. We would love to know about it. So you can share that on your own. Take a picture of it and share it on Instagram or on Facebook. Would love to know about it. You can maybe mention us with our hashtag on social media is #GetSetUp, or you can drop a note to Liz on our team. Liz is great, and she loves hearing success stories from our learners, things that they've created based on what they've learned in our classes. So if you want to share that with her, she may want to interview you and show you off on our Facebook page or on our blog or something like that. So don't be shy. We'd love to share that success with all of the rest of our learner community. Just to let you know about some other classes coming up in the that are related to this topic in one way or another. We have one on, speaking of what I just mentioned, finding and using free photos online. And that will cover sites like I mentioned, Pixabay, Pixabay, or Unsplash is another one. So you might want to check that out. And those are free to use, free to download and free to use. We have one on managing your parent affairs efficiently and one on boredom busters for seniors. Apparently we need boredom busters. So my next classes, I have one coming up tomorrow morning on Google Photos. And it's just the basics of setting up a Google Photos account to back up the photos that you take on your smartphone. That's great to have in case you lose your phone, heaven forbid, or it's stolen. At least you know that the photos you've taken and don't want to lose are still stored in the cloud, so to speak. Tomorrow, we've got a brand new class that I'm teaching on pet photography. If you want to learn some tips for taking great pictures of your dog or cat or parakeet or boa constrictor or whatever kind of pet you have. And then later, I've got a class on taking portraits of friends and family, any kind of nice picture you want to take of a loved one. I'll walk you through some techniques for poses and lighting and things like that. So I'll send you some class notes with links to all these sites I mentioned. If you want to recommend the class to other people, we'll be teaching it again right up to Mother's Day. And I think probably even after that, we'll convert it to Father's Day or other gift giving days coming up. You can recommend it either via Facebook or just emailing it directly by clicking here to a friend. We have some other classes we'll have here suggested for you, and you can click here to view the entire schedule of our classes, and you can click here to provide feedback. This is a brand new class, so we'd love to know what you thought about it, what you didn't like or did like about it, what you think might improve it. You can rate, there's a rating system here that goes up to 5 stars. And you also can provide us with a suggestion for a class or more than one if you'd like. We have this area down here. If there's something you would like to learn and you don't see it on our class schedule, let us know about it. We're constantly looking for new class ideas. We're keeping our content fresh, so keep those ideas coming. And when you do register for a class, we have a new feature on the site that allows you, when you click here, to tell a friend about it, maybe invite them to take the class with you. So you can say, hey, I'm taking this. You can share it with them on Facebook, WhatsApp, or via email. Just invite them to join you. And lastly, if you are interested in hosting an interest group of some sort on Get Set Up, we have many of those people who get together to talk about a favorite topic of interest, a shared hobby, anything like that. Let us know about that. You can email us to express your interest at help@getsetup.io. That's also an email you can use to suggest a new class. You don't have to just rely on the feedback form to do that. If you are a member of an organization and you think that maybe there are some partnership possibilities with Get Set Up to provide classes to the members, whether that's a senior living community or a community organization you belong to, can use that email address to let us know about that. And lastly, that is the email address again that you can use to request a recording of the session. Okay. So I hope this generated some gift ideas for you. And it was fun spending the last hour with you. And I hope to see everybody again real soon.
Scott, when are you going to have the class that making the album?
Oh, the photo books?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that is, I'm sure it'll come up in the next week or two, but yeah.
Okay, I know that you had it one time, but I have been looking for it. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it probably is more like maybe twice a month, more than every
Twice a
week, but it comes up on a regular basis. So yeah,
Oh,
keep your eyes peeled.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, I will. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I kept it open. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I know sometimes we forget. No big
Do you
deal.
have a
you.
list of all the classes?
I'm sorry, what's that, Renee?
Do you have a list with all the classes listed anywhere?
Yeah, if you go to, well, I'll tell you what, if you go to the website and if there is, I don't know that they have it's more like the schedule of classes.
Okay.
So if you go there, you'll see the schedule for the next couple of weeks. But there is that search engine there. So if there is a topic that you're interested in, type in a keyword and you'll see all the classes that are related to that. So
Thank
can
you.
also now, if you've got a favorite guide or a guide that covers a certain topic that you're interested in, you can type in their name and it will show all the classes that they offer. So
Thank you.
okay, you bet.
Bye, everybody.
All righty. Take care, everybody.
Bye, Scott. Be good.
Okay,
Bye.
you too.
Bye.
All
Bye.
right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.